Pinan 4, also known as Heian Yondan, is the fourth kata in the Peaceful Mind series. Pinan 4 can be considered the air kata, with its opening series of big arms and open hands, followed later in the kata by similar bold backhand blocks accompanied with high kicks. Like the wind, you strike from all angles and all directions, but cannot yourself be struck in return. It's essential that you keep up your focus and intensity, visualizing your opponents throughout the kata. Contrast the high energy of your kata by ending with a calm, controlled bow. Begin your form with a sharp 5-step Kung-Nu salute. Look to your left as you chamber your hands palm up at your right hip. Extend your arms, then snap up to a left vertical backhand block, right hand at the temple. Look to your right, chamber your hands to your left hip, and repeat on the opposite side. Look to your left, chambering your hands to your right ear, then step into forward stance with a lower X block. Chamber your hands to your left hip, stepping forward into a right back stance with a right reinforced inner middle block. Snap your head to the left and execute a simultaneous left back fist and left side kick. Land in diagonal stance with backhand block, then shift into forward stance with a roundhouse elbow strike. Look to the right, assume a right kicking stance, and repeat the combination to the opposite side. Side kick back fist, land down diagonal stance backhand block, then shift into forward stance with a left roundhouse elbow strike. Look to your left and move your right foot into lunge stance as you execute a left lower chop block. Follow up with a right diagonal chop, right front snap kick, rolling into a right vertical reinforced back fist strike in X stance. Turn to your left, pivoting into cat stance and chambering your hands across your chest. Step into forward stance with a wedge block, then follow up with a front snap kick, pulling your hands to the kicking hip. Land in forward stance with consecutive punches. Turn 90 degrees to your right and repeat the combination on the opposite side. Step into forward stance with wedge block, pull your hands to your kicking hip with a front snap kick, and land with lunge and reverse punches. Look to your left, chambering your hands at your right hip, then step into left back stance with left reinforced inner middle block. Advance twice more in back stance with reinforced inner middle block. After the third block, shift into left forward stance with an arrow block. Pull your hands down into a right knee strike, then pivot 180 degrees into left back stance knife hand block. Advance with a final right knife hand block. Look to your right, then to your left as you bring your right foot back into natural stance. End the kata with a standard Kung-Nu bow. The bunkai, or applications, to Pinan 4 can be broken down into 5 distinct series. Begin Series 1 by blocking a punch with your vertical backhand block. Simultaneously attack the opponent's eyes with your right hand, then chop his neck and throw him into the next opponent. Parry the second opponent's punch to the outside, striking to his eyes before grabbing his head and taking him down to his rear. When the opponent attempts to kick you from the ground, block his kick and use the middle block motion to apply an ankle lock. Gradually add speed and intensity to your applications. Series 2 begins by redirecting a right punch to the outside with your reinforced block. Grab the opponent's arm and use your side kick to attack his front knee. Parry his left punch with your backhand block, then deliver a right roundhouse elbow strike to his head. Finish with a chop to the neck and knee to the body before you throw him into the next opponent. Use your backhand block to parry the second opponent's punch before delivering a stamping kick to his knee and roundhouse elbow to the head. Take the opponent down to the front and finish with a diagonal chop. Always be careful when kicking your partner's knees. In Series 3, the opponent attacks with a kick-punch combination. Counter the front kick with a low chop block, then block his punch with the diagonal chop. Grab the opponent and deliver a shin instep kick to the groin. Parry his second punch and counter with a vertical back fist strike to the face. Grab the opponent in turn, taking him to the ground. Finish with consecutive punches. Series 4 begins with an opponent grabbing your shoulders from the rear. Spin around with double uppercuts to the chin. Use the wedge block to grab and control the opponent as you deliver a shin instep kick to the groin. Finish with a takedown and punch. When a second opponent attempts to grab you, use the chamber to attack his elbows. Counter with high-low back fist strikes before grabbing the opponent, kicking him, and taking him to the ground. In the fifth and final series, use your reinforced blocks to counter an opponent's punches. When he attempts to grab you, use your arrow block to strike to his eyes, grab his head, and pull him into an upward knee strike. Twist the opponent's head as you turn to take him to the ground. Block the final opponent's punch to the inside, then step behind his front leg as you chop to his neck. Pull him over your front leg, taking him down to the front, and finish with a final punch. Strive to make your applications quick and convincing.